Putting text in top left corner of matplotlib plot. How can I put text in the top left or top right corner of a matplotlib figure, for example where a top left legend would be, or on top of the plot but in the top left corner? For example, if it's a plt.scatter, then something that would be within the square of the scatter, but in the top leftmost corner. I'd like to do this without ideally knowing the scale of the scatter plot being plotted, for example, since it will change from dataset to dataset. I just wanted the text to be roughly in the upper left, or roughly in the upper right. With legend type positioning, it should not overlap with any scatter plot points anyway.
You can use text. Text coordinates can be given relative to the axis, so the position of your text will be independent of the size of the plot. The default transform specifies that text is in data chords. Alternatively, you can specify text in axis chords. 0, 0 is lower left and 1, 1 is upper right. The example below places text in the center of the axes. To prevent the text to interfere with any point of your scatter is more difficult as far as I know. The easier method is to set y_axis, umax in elim emin, umax, to a value a bit higher than the max y coordinate of your points. In this way you will always have this free space for the text. Edit, here you have an example. The ha and var parameters set the alignment of your text relative to the insertion point. Ha equals left is a good set to prevent a long text to go out of the left axis when the frame is reduced, made narrower, manually.
Matplotlib is somewhat different from when the original answer was posted. Matplotlib.pplot.text, matplotlib.axis.axis.text. This answer is relevant to Seaborn, which is a high-level API for Matplotlib, tested in Python 3.10, Matplotlib 3.5.1, Seaborn 0.11.2. Output of both. From Matplotlib, precise text layout. You can precisely lay out text in data or axes coordinates. Seaborn axis level plot. Seaborn figure level plot.
One solution would be to use the plt.legend function, even if you don't want an actual legend. You can specify the placement of the legend box by using the lock key term. More information can be found at this website, but I've also included an example showing how to place a legend. Note that because lock equals 2, the legend is in the upper left corner of the plot. And if the text overlaps with the plot, you can make it smaller by using legend.fontSize, which will then make the legend smaller.